There's a weird segment of the gaming world that's titled Soulsborne games exclusive to PlayStation consoles for some reason. A category that includes both the Demon's Souls remake and the original PS4 version of Bloodborne, although Bloodborne is being emulated nowadays. Great strides are being made in that regard. But on January 31st, there were actually a couple headlines going around about both of these games and their futures on PlayStation or on PC or just in general, the Demon's Souls remake and Bloodborne. What are the two headlines today? Well, the first headline is that Sony just out of nowhere DMCA'd the very popular 60 FPS mod for Bloodborne, which raises a few questions. The main one being, what'th the fricketh? Whyeth. But the other headline going around, and the one that I really want to talk about because it's the funnier one, is this article that came out of PlayStation Universe, or PSU for short. Not to be confused with poopy stinky Uranus. But this article was posted at 4:08 a.m. on January 31st, and it's titled Demon's Souls and Gran Turismo 7 are reportedly no longer heading to PC. And a reminder that this is actually being posted 2 days after Sony announced they were easing up on the mandatory PSN accounts on PC games. So 2 days after Sony has done things to indicate that they are very desperate to get the PC market, 2 days after that news, we're posting this news that 2 of the last Sony games just aren't going to come to PC. Very interesting timing, but stranger things have happened here. But let's just go ahead and click on the link here. Let's click on the article. I want to read this. I haven't heard anything about this. I haven't heard any official confirmations or cancellations of either of these PC ports. The various aspects of them have leaked, little hints to their existence. They've leaked over the years, but nothing official. So it's interesting to hear how they've been leaking for years, but now suddenly are canceled just a couple days after Sony starts making gestures of recognition to the PC community. So let's click on the article and see what they got. Article, again, titled Demon's Souls and Gran Turismo 7 are reportedly no longer headed to PC. Well, let's start reading. Quote, according to sources close to the admin of Icon Era, their source is Icon Era. That's not a real source, my friend. So in case you're out of the loop with this somehow, Icon Era is just like the Mos Eisley of PlayStation fanboys. This is the place that said Microsoft is scared of Concord. This is the place that just a few days ago took one person's anonymous post on the Steam forums as hard evidence that part 2 of the Final Fantasy VII remake was being pirated at astronomical levels. This is the place that regularly uses known fake insiders and known just PlayStation shills as hard sources for new topics. Like, this place is terrible. I love talking about them, but they're terrible. But here we are, writing a whole article about how Demon's Souls and Gran Turismo 7 are no longer heading to PC, and the source is Icon Era, a known den of PlayStation fanboys, just 2 days after Sony starts bending the knees to the PC community and the PlayStation diehards got mad about it. We're running with this source at this timing. I know this is a PlayStation-centric website, but oh my god. So we're going to go back to this tweet where the article was posted, and we're just going to go through some of the responses, because most of the responses here were understanding that this news is on its face ridiculous, but also this article was just getting roasted for using Icon Era as a legitimate source. But then there were still a bunch of people coming into the responses and not only running victory laps about this, even though it's clearly fake, but also adding their 2 cents as to why it's a good thing that Demon's Souls is not coming to PC anymore. I'm focusing on Demon's Souls because that's the one I really give a shit about. I don't care about Gran Turismo, sorry not sorry. And Demon's Souls not being on PC is a much bigger head scratcher than Gran Turismo not being on PC, because the PC is the Soulsborne platform. But let's just go through the responses here. Maybe someone can give a very logical and level-headed reason as to why it's a good thing to not put games on PC when the PC gamers would buy a whole bunch of them. And also the source is Icon Era, but let's look right past that. This one's going to be fun. Japan Hates Xbox says, wonderful news. PC gamers don't deserve Souls games. I know this one eats them up the most along with Bloodborne. I truly hope they never get a chance to experience either. Real fans only. So you're not a real fan of Souls games if you play on the PC, the platform with basically all the Souls games, and also platforms should be irrelevant. According to Japan Hates Xbox, you're only a real fan of Souls games if you are playing them on the PlayStation. Because question mark, really. I don't know where PlayStation guys get this weird attachment to Souls-like games as a concept, especially when 90% of these people probably can't even pass the first like 10% of any FromSoft Souls game. It's just, oh my god. Mr. J Deuce, who's becoming a regular on this channel, weirdly. He says, add Bloodborne, smiley face. That's right, don't stop at canceling ports of these two. Cancel this one as well. It's the only thing we get to hold on to nowadays. But also, I really love these games. These games are great, but more people shouldn't be able to play them because I really care about video games. I'm such a gamer that I want less gamers to play the game I like, and I want a corporation to make more money off of less products. It's me. I'm Mr. J Deuce. Please take me seriously. James Williams posts a screenshot of the intergalactic girl whose name I forget drinking a cup that says PC Cuck Tears. All this because you took Icon Era at face value and you also put way too much stock into the balls of a corporation. Like, I love this. You're saying that you're drinking PC Cuck Tears, but we're only here because you and people like you are this desperate to suck off a corporation that you're taking no source as evidence that they won't be more pro-consumer, and you're celebrating that. But we're passing this off as you drinking PC Cuck Tears. This is backwards. This is backwards, my friend. This isn't how brains work. You don't get to start fondling the balls of a corporation and using as justification literally nothing, and then using that as like some kind of like high ground over PC gamers who are just standing there doing nothing. Like, y'all are really desperate for W's. Orange Croc VP says using Icon Era as a source gives April 1st energy. TMC says PC ain't the money maker people think it is. Yeah, PC gaming isn't a money maker. That's why Sony is bending over backwards to make amends with PC gamers, is because it's not a money maker. There's no money to be made, and that's why Sony is putting more effort than ever before into trying to appeal to the people there that can make money. You know, generally when a corporation does this, it means there's a lot of money to be made. But, I guess we'll move on. Don Trumple, one says the PC salt is glorious on this one. Lamau still waiting for a 5-year-old game in Demon Souls. I love how PlayStation guys will bring up the age of games. Like, they'll be like, it's a 5-year-old game. You're waiting on a 5-year-old game. But then they're going to get ports of Halo and Gears of War and Forza, and they'll be like, woo, 5-year-old games. If the time between launch and port is actually important to you, you have to apply it consistently, which you're not going to do. So why are you bringing it up at all? Hey, idiot, have you ever wanted a mouse pad that looks like this? Or a mouse pad that looks like this? Or a mouse pad with whatever you want on it? Novaproducts.gg. Code Joe from Seattle for a discount on a cool mouse pad with cool stuff on it, and the mouse pads feel really good, and you can do a custom mouse pad if you want. So you can make a mouse pad of just Tobey Maguire. Novaproducts.gg. Code Joe from Seattle. Here's a little 3-piece. Andrew, Fire Breather, and Lord Sloth all say good. Or sorry, one of them says great. The other two say good. It's a good thing that these games aren't going to PC. Again, never mind the fact that our source is fucking Icon Era, and anyone who takes them seriously should just be discarded from the internet. Like, your internet passes should be revoked. Spam risk? Can spam my risk. Mr. Hart says, and just like that, tons of PC dudes realize they need to buy a PS5 Pro. Listen, if one post on Icon Era gets you to switch from PC to PS5 Pro, fucking adios. I don't want you in our community. You're bringing down the average IQ by like 6 points. Please go. If you saw this article and actually switched to PS5 Pro, Godspeed. In before Joe's a gatekeeper. Yeah, fucking took you long enough to notice. I welcome everyone into the PC master race. But if you're a fucking dumbass, get out of the master race. If that's gatekeeping, then call me the fucking dog with the keys from Pirates of the Caribbean. That wasn't funny. I'm gonna cut that. Everyone's favorite Doom player, JayTechTV, says Sony finally understands that PC fans hate PlayStation games. Why did you capitalize those words and only those words? And would rather pirate rather than buy. Again, why'd you capitalize pirate? And would rather pirate rather than buy Game of the Year blockbusters like God of War, Spider-Man, and Horizon Zero Dawn. PC gamers bought the shit out of all 3 of those games. I think it's funny that you bring up those 3 games specifically, because those 3 games specifically sold phenomenally on the PC. Like, aside from the fact that above point about you taking Icon Era seriously here and just being way too excited about the lack of potential PC ports, like, the fact that you're this excited at that idea is just fucking weird. But aside from that, you could have chosen any of the PlayStation PC ports that didn't do well. You could have chosen any of them, but you chose 3 ports that all did great. Like, I'm pretty sure those are the 3 highest selling PC ports for PlayStation games at this point. And those are the ones you chose. Like, I find too much comedy in that to not point it out. My goodness. My goodness, my gosh. You guys are silly. You guys are a bunch of silly goofballs. I truly don't understand how you can see PC ports of PlayStation games as anything other than a good thing if you're a PlayStation fan, because Sony is going to make more money off of these games and use that money to presumably speed up development of their first-party projects, of which, you know, it would be nice if there were more of them anywhere, and also just the simple fact that more games for more people is always a good thing, because we should be gamers first, not fucking corporate cheerleaders first. Who gives a shit how much money the corporation makes? Is the game good? Yes or no? And if the game can't be accessed by a certain segment of the gaming population, you're gonna need a decent reason why. Because the corporation said so is not a decent reason why. And honestly, like, at the end of the fucking day, I just cannot understand why anybody thinks it's a good thing for Sony, who wants to make money, to be just not making money off of the Soulsborne game. That, like, why are we like this? What are we doing? Why are we like this? Okay, I'll do the Doofus Club shoutouts now. Thanks for watching my silly little stupid little escapades on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the shit out of all you guys. Okay, Doofus Club. Woo, baby, that's what I've been waiting for. Evan Co said, you free. Okay, Toodles, Tech Gaming, Jungle Zone, Slim Jim, Carlos, Josue Hernandez, Jaramillo, Really Zerd, Gaming with Dead People, Bender Fondue, All Games Video, Madrex 2682, Neon Alec, Max Killer V2 Gaming, Biscuit 1101, Firestorm 2056, Yoxter, Where All the Texans at, Pope Raphael the Rat King, Jessica Shepard, Joe's secretly a furry. Where's your fursuit? Blast 1314, Riki Spiral, Riki Tiki Dabby, and Omega Muskie Tech Manix. I misspelled Fredo, and YT made me wait 14 days to fix my name. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Career with the Steel Angel, You Are Sad, Strange, Little Doofus, Smash Jump, Sergeant Jason Bond, Baron Von Vaderham, The Silver Dragon, Cyrus, Joe said it close enough, saving for a motorcycle, and can only afford a month. True Texan 940, Senso Nakage, Ziggy, Henoka's #1 Saudi fan, Creed Warrior 23, Joe got a community full of furries, me included, Wild Gamer 3001, Max Chev, Devastator 2000, Partial Mean 8 Chop, Totally Insane, Vendetta, Autry, Black Cobra, and On Vlog Game Showcases, Vox Aldo, Night of Cypher, Cloaked Onyx, Nick Ox, Reborn Mew with the fan art, Nick, ML04, I own 6 copies of Clicks 2006 on Blu-ray with the fan art, Joe from Seattle's Fursuit Dealer. Wait. Wolf of Midnight, Stick Rider, The Cunt Connoisseur, Pig Venus, Kev Dog 1992, Steve Wynn Studios, Film McCracken, The Beasums, Own Gaming, Tariq Brown, Tom from Spokane, Hero Culture, Elite, Joe from Seattle has really big peen, Thornscade, Magneck, X Machina Gamma, Severin, Emis, Mr. Spawning 03, It's the Catalina Frickin' Wine, Mixer Pow Pow, White Trouble, Donnie Weston, Nick Donegan, Gobson, Rogue, Winter 919, Bobby Hinner, The Doug, Nigsy, Grimsy, Gesh Gosh, Bzen, Shishikevich, Hangman for Hire, Ool Doon Doon Doo Blue, Edge Knight 1789, Frost Crystal, Jimmy Chops, Biogenesis, Gabo P, Yeah, Camso, In Action, Floppy Pingus 97, Michael Musio, Manga Key, Kushka, The Scruffy Skull, Ghost Ho, Matt H, Ryusagi, The Judge 06, Fast Growth, Femtanker, Raptor Tim, Omnisef 94, Mr. Self-Destruct, Blue Hook, Willie JJ, Johnny Bravo, but voice acted by Jennifer Coolidge, Snorlax, and Lego Batman games are great, Jody Breeze, The Almond God, Keep Playing as Invisible Woman, please, Demetrius, Papajorno, McAdvertisement, Diego Garcia, Hey, it's Matty, Kibikins, Boofner, I American Eddie, Rebel Blood 80, and Twain Horton, Doofus Discord, You Can't Ban Me, Console Sims Tears, Hen Thigh, Raven Blood Rod, also Joe, You're Awesome, Justin Mad, Rand Roy, 20 Wayne, The Highlander, What's a Documentary, Extreme the Wolf 7, Joey Scoops, Puentain, Joe Taku, I'm the Decoy from JayTechTV's Doom Video, Help, Geekstar, Wannabe Hobo, Jidge, Jojo, We Need to Do a Movie Night on the Doofusy Discord, Daddy, Bill at 310 Char, Rob C, Veg, Groovy Banana, Curtin, Alice Wax, Wax is better than Chargeblade, some experts say Joe's a furry. Who, that had to be my best run yet. Ooh, man. Gotta get this down to like 10% of the video instead of like a third of it. Okay, toodles.